to simply re-acknowledge all of our partners in this effort, and it wouldn't have been possible without the ET Now in Realty Conclave and Awards 2025 South Edition is presented by, of course, Casa Grande. We're powered by Adani Ambuja Cement. Our associate partner is Edissa. Our online realty consultant partner is Roof and Floor. Our alliance partner, Credai Hyderabad. Our tech partner is Zoho. And our opulence partner, The Capitalist. Now, moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, this next session focuses on a sector that is at the heart of economic growth and urban transformation. It's commercial real estate. And the theme of this discussion is reimagining commercial real estate, growth, innovation, and future-ready strategies. To steer this conversation, if I could please have back on stage the managing editor with Times Network Digital, Pooja Sethi. Let's have you back on stage, ma'am, once again, to welcome your next panel. And that power-packed panel includes Mr. Gautam Gedela, Head of Commercial Business with My Home Constructions. If we could kindly please have Mr. Gedela on stage. Also joining him is Mr. Srikanth Reddy, the Head of Leasing South India with K. Raheja Group. Thank you, sir, and a huge welcome, a very warm welcome. Joining him, Mr. Arvind Babu Ramaraju. Pleasure, sir. We met a moment ago just outside, and we look forward to your comments as a part of this discussion. He's the real estate head with LTI Mindtree Workspace Services and Transformation, Facilities Management, Travel and Hospitality. And we have Mr. Rajesh Sriram Shetty, Chief Operating Officer, Hyderabad Operations Brigade Group. Let's kindly have Mr. Sriram Shetty on stage, and Mr. Sandeep Saraf, who's the Senior Director and Head Markets, Hyderabad, JLL. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think our panel is amongst us. And with that, Pooja, I'll hand the floor over to you.
So let's start with another great conversation with the industry stalwarts here. So the topic for today's discussion is reimagining commercial real estate, growth, innovation, and future-ready strategies. So we'll start with My Home Constructions. My question goes to Gautam, and Gautam said he's going to speak the most today, right? So, My Home Constructions has shaped Hyderabad's skyline. How are you now designing commercial spaces that foster culture, collaboration, and long-term tenant engagement?
Firstly, thank you so much for the introduction. A little closer? Okay. Thank you for the introduction. Thanks, Vaitina, for inviting us and my fellow friends and panelists. I do agree, My Home did play its role in defining the skyline of Hyderabad, but that's primarily beyond the residential side. It all boils down to how customer-centric you are. Coming to commercial developments, we've delivered 5 million square foot till now, 100% leased and operational. But a simple thought of being future-forward thinking is now allowing us to design office spaces which are not just between the four walls, correct? We are creating a lot of collaborative zones. We are creating amenities which are future-forward in their approach, so that how can you engage not just with your client, but how do you more engage with the employee who's willing to come to work in your space. Technology does play an important role. We're integrating a lot of new technologies. One of our projects, Grava Business Park, which is coming in Neopolis, we firmly believe will be one of the finest commercial developments in Hyderabad for sure. A lot of investment has gone in, a lot of time being spent on what employees need. We've almost spent 1.5 years just trying to design the building. Idea is to build a building which will survive the test of times and move it forward.
Next, I'm coming to Mr. Srinath Reddy. Post-pandemic, how have tenant expectations shifted, and what leasing models are gaining traction across? Okay, yeah. So post-pandemic, how have tenant expectations shifted, and what leasing models are gaining traction in South India?
Right, so there is actually a lot of difference in terms of leasing strategies for tenants pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. Post-pandemic, for first 2 years, everybody was focusing on reducing office space because not every employee was coming back to office, and it was all work from home concept. Now there's a lot of firms, like Sir's firm has given back a lot of space. But again, in last 2 years, what we have seen is everybody has hired a lot and nobody has taken space. Now there is pent up demand. And now every company is coming back into the market and they're taking space. That is what is creating lack of grade A space availability in the market. Now, when you are taking new space, the most important thing what almost every large company keeping in mind is what kind of amenities are there in those buildings, what kind of social infrastructures are there in those buildings. So these non-office floor centralized amenities are the things which are actually driving for corporates to take space. So there's good amount of demand across the markets. In Hyderabad, primarily, we have 2 large markets, High-Tech City, Gachibowli and surrounding areas. So every new large development, whoever have planned with grade A amenities are leasing first. That's what is happening right now.
Great. Thank you. So Sandeep, what makes Hyderabad a standout market for commercial real estate, and which micro markets are emerging as the next growth hotspots?
Thank you. Good evening, all. My name is Sandeep. I've been living in Hyderabad for the last 18 years. So I've seen city change multifold. And what is working in favor of Hyderabad is we've been having progressive governments. Real estate all starts from progressive governments. So we've had progressive governments, that's helped. We've had excellent talent pool to choose from that really helps in kind of occupiers to kind of select the city in. So we have talent, we have progressive governments, we have excellent infrastructure. If you see the infrastructure of Hyderabad is top notch, it's the best city to live in. I think global rating agency Mercer has kind of rated it the top city to live in the country for the last 6 years. That speaks volumes about the infrastructure and the livability index that Hyderabad has. So apart from that, we also have great connectivity. So we can take, it's an hour and a couple of hours flight from here to the other cities of India, as well as we have connectivity to other Asia Pac countries. That's about 3 to 4 hours distance. So that also helps. And apart from that, obviously language is not a problem. It's an easier city to settle in. So that also helps in kind of brand Hyderabad. So these are a few factors which has helped Hyderabad to grow. Apart from that, I think your question was on which are the micro markets in which office space is growing. Again, the office space predominantly is growing towards the western part. It starts from High-Tech City, wherein most of the GCCs, new GCCs are trying to set in. They're establishing their base in High-Tech City, but there is action in emerging markets like Kokapet now, and Financial District also is seeing increased attention.
Thank you. So I'll come to you now. How is LTI Mindtree adapting its real estate strategy to meet evolving needs of hybrid work, employee well-being, and digital transformation?
Thank you. And it's a lot of answers for one question. So,
So basically, talk about hybrid workplace.
sure, thanks. So I think gone are the days where real estate is measured in square footage, and that shift has happened already. The segue now is towards how we create an experience for the associate who's coming back. With remote work, predominantly, people are not just looking at desks or workspaces. We have to provide them, and that's what the developing strategy is also about, real estate strategy, about how do we give, what is it that the associates is engaging with, what is it that the associates have stickiness with. For example, a range of options to sit and work out of. It could be focused work area, it could be collaborative work area, it could be reflective spaces. Next is, it doesn't just stop at being productive. The need is to going beyond productive and taking care of the associates' fitness needs, health needs, and emotional well-being needs as well. So that's where elements of recreation spaces, high-end and upmarket cafeteria spaces, how do we kind of make sure that a working mom is well taken care at our office? What kind of an assurance are you giving to a lady employee coming from 30 kilometers away? So all these elements are a part of the real estate strategy. And where do you want to put up, where do you want to make sure that which offices would be the closest to which set of employees is something that the strategy is moving to. On digital, of course, I think that's the glue that sticks what we want to offer and what the associates are using. And there's huge data that we kind of create on each and every transaction that associate is doing with us. Let it be the cafeteria usage, conference room usage, seat usage, cab usage. So every transaction is a data point, and the analysis tells us where we should look at, which BU is using, which gender is using, which age group is using, which parts of our office. And thereon keep curating those offerings to suit the changing needs. Right?
Thank you, Arvind. Thank you. Gautam, I come back to you again. What role do smart building systems, sustainability, and tech-enabled design play in your commercial strategy? And how are you future-proofing new developments?
I think technology is a must. It's a no-brainer with more and more GCCs coming in. And like Arvind was mentioning, how they actually have touch points of every employee. What we are doing in our business is, earlier days we used to get certifications for our buildings. You know, we have this green certification, this green certification. Now clients are asking us, fine, you have a certification, give me data. Correct? How did you get this certification? What are the numbers? So sustainability, technology, and customer centricity are three very important points if you have to have longevity in your business for you to survive as well. So in our project in Neopolis, which is Grava Business Park, we've completely moved on the construction side to precast technology. On operation side, we are implementing BIM technology up to 7D, which gives in operational efficiencies for large occupiers who come play with us. End of the day, people want efficiencies to be established. At the same time, how can we be hospitality driven? Correct? It is no more about the client, it is more about the end user. So how can you integrate technology, sustainability, and customer centered hospitality will define how your business operates. What we have done in our park is we have ensured that we keep the adaptability part. We have to adapt to the evolving needs of our clients. Let it be lease terms, let it be amenities, let it be social infrastructure. To an extent, today most clients are very clear that they want the IT infrastructure of the building absolutely spot on, because that's a backbone for business run. So in our building, we are getting wide certification, which is an upcoming certification for IT infrastructure. So all of that we are doing. And this also is very important, that you consistently be in touch with the market, talk to your clients, talk to your competition, and then learn from it and keep adapting as we progress.
Facilitate things for them and make
Absolutely.
it simpler for them.
In
yes.
fact, one of the things we're also looking at is, can we provide concierge services to our clients? Not just stop of giving real estate, go beyond real estate as a service.
It's great. Just more about building a relationship and just, yeah. Mr. Reddy, I come back to you again. With the rise of integrated development, how is K. Raheja balancing retail, office, and hospitality to create holistic commercial ecosystems?
So I think it has become very basic need now. All the new office buildings are designed around hospitality, right? We'll keep hospitality as the front and then design buildings around that. So the way how you plan your amenities inside the building, outside the building, how the lobbies are planned, which is the hospitality person receiving there, coffee shops in the lobby, everything in today's world, all grade A buildings are designed around hospitality needs, right? How, when a client walks in, he should feel that he's walking into a nice, good hotel.
The experience they get
Experience
when
is
they walk
what
into a
matters
building.
today.
So yeah, so this is great. So again, Sandeep, coming back to you, how are global and domestic investors viewing South India's commercial real estate? What's driving confidence, and where do you see caution?
Great question, Pooja. Well, in terms of investor sentiment, whether it's the Indian investors or the multinational investors, I think they're very bullish about, the South India as a whole. If you see, the three key markets of South India are Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. They control about 70% of office space in the country. And office space is in a great bull run right now. So the last absorption number was about 75 million square feet. We expect it to close this year about 90 million square feet. So that means there's a lot of action in terms of office space. And when there's a lot of action in terms of office space, the investors are very bullish about those markets. And then we again have a lot of interest from P funds like Brookfield, Blackstone. They keep investing in billions of dollars in India. So I'm pretty bullish. This bull run is going to continue for years to come. Where we need to be cautious about, competition. So we will have competition from cities in India, which are like cities like Mumbai, Pune, Western India. They are picking up. And then we also will have competition from north of India. So that's the internal competition. Then we will also have competition from outside countries like Philippines, Brazil and all. So we need to be cautious about, we need to have that, the competitive advantage that India right now has is the talent and office space at an affordable price. We need to maintain that affordability to a certain degree so that we will remain, that competitive advantage will remain with us.
We have to stay ahead of even international competition. That's great. Arvind, my last question to you. How are data analytics and AI being used to drive smarter decisions in commercial space utilization?
Sure, I think just about like, daily life, the day in a life of an associate in our office is fully measured in terms of the transactions that they're doing, whether it is, we spoke, right, whether it is cafeteria, whether it is transport, room booking, seat booking, cabin booking, etc. So they're sitting on this huge pile of data. And what our sensors are doing, what our IoT sensors, what are the measures that we have in office, which look at the key parameters, what they're trying to tell us is utility of a place, the desired functionality and the actual utility, whether they are congruent or not. And wherever there is congruency, we are continuing to offer. And wherever there is a lack of congruency, we get into the details and try to understand what curation is required, what specification, modification is required. I think, like all walks of life, digital is here to stay. There is AI. I'm yet to see a huge impact of AI on the real estate prediction, so to say. But I think early signs are on for us to see comparison, lease comparison, rate prediction, etc. And I think we need to let it settle for a bit and have more data than it currently has so that we'll be able to leverage it to the right extent in the corporate real estate editions as well.
Great. I think our time's up, but I'll take a quick closing bite from all of you. Gautam, we'll start with you.
I think adding on to what my friends on the panel have said, South India or Hyderabad, I think the bull run will continue to be there. Commercial is here to stay. I know we have an impact of AI, but that's yet to be felt in. But with the GCC story keeping up, of the global Fortune 2000 GCCs, we have less than 40% who have entered India. There's another 60% to go. So for the next half a decade, I think the GCC story will play out. We'll continue to see growth happening. If commercial real estate office space do well, all other asset classes will automatically follow. And global funds coming in with Japan. A lot of funds in Japan don't have a place to invest. So a lot of Japanese funds are coming into India. So there'll be a lot of institutional investors coming into India. We're going to have a good half a decade for sure.
Future looks bright.
Future looks extremely bright.
Commercial real
People
estate.
from other cities, welcome to Hyderabad, invest in Hyderabad. Your returns are assured.
Great, great. Mr. Shrikant Reddy.
Yeah, commercial real estate is doing extremely well, right? So which will have overall impact on other side of real estate, which is residential, plotting, retail, hospitality. Everything will do well because commercial is doing well. Employment generation is very, very good overall. So from next 2 years perspective, projections are extremely good. Quality has been the utmost important thing for the corporates to choose. So yeah, so whoever plans well in advance in terms of taking quality spaces will gain overall advantage.
Mr. Arvind Babu.
I think from being asset-centric and location-centric, the real estate is moving towards employee-centric and experience-centric. Cost arbitrage, I think, is slowly taking a backseat, given that not everything is looked at the cost lens. So there are a lot of elements, Srikant mentioned and Gautam mentioned, right? There are a lot of elements that are beyond cost. And if I'm wearing a hat of occupier, cost is just one factor that we're putting in the overall evaluation metrics. They're much more than cost. And if I'm able to assure my associate that the given location with the given amenities is what's suitable for you, I think organizations are willing to look at a better cost.
Great, great. Mr. Sandeep Saraf, closing note from you.
Yes, my closing remarks Pooja, would be that we need to be future ready as stakeholders of commercial real estate. We need to be future ready, and it's all of us. It's occupiers like Arvind, or landlords like Shrikant and Gautam, and deal makers like us. So we need to be future ready. We need to up our game. We need to use more technology in whatever we are doing. And sustainability, again, I think the previous panelists spoke a lot about the sustainability. Climate change is real. We're seeing unseasonal rainfalls across India. That's climate change. We need to be more kind of responsible towards our climate and overall the universe. So we need to take into account that while we're designing buildings. And third is flexible workspace. I think occupiers need to be cognizant of the fact that it's a dynamic business environment, so they need to design space based on flexibility. So these are three key factors which come to my mind on being future ready in terms of office space. Yeah.
Pooja, I just wanted to add one. In fact, JLLs and all other IPCs have predicted that there will be a 1 billion square foot market by 2030. So we're one of the largest markets in the world. We'll continue to be there. So that's one thing we look forward. So we're pretty much steady for the growth.
The growth, and I think it's going to come from this room. A lot of it will be led by the people sitting here. So all the best to the industry, and I hope we continue growing. Thank you, gentlemen, for such an insightful session. Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja, and thank you, gentlemen, once again. And we'd like to present a token of our appreciation to each of our panelists, if I could please do that. It's from etnow.in. Thank you so much for being here and for raising the level of the discussion at the etnow.in Realty Conclave and Awards 2025 South Edition. This is a symbol of our gratitude, a small token of our appreciation. Thank you for all the rich takeaways on commercial real estate. And to our gentlemen panelists and Pooja Sethi once more, thank you so much.